Fly on the Wall Productions bringing you the Aired Out podcast. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. We're streamed everywhere you get your podcast. We're on the web. Have you checked out the website, airedoutvt.com from Woodland Studios? Unbelievable. They've done such a great job. Hearing issues this morning, just a little bit, driving in, blasting the Bon Lafayette album, Broken Records. Right eardrum is giving me a little bit of trouble this morning. Hey, I want to tell you right off this morning, the next CDL training course at Giroux General Transport is starting Monday. I've been in touch with Tracy, so if you're thinking about getting your CDL license, here's the deal. They have 2 open spots left for the Monday course. Class A takes about 7 weeks. Class B takes about 4 weeks. But if you miss the April 28th, that's this Monday. Again, Monday. If you miss it, you've got to wait till July 7th. So if you want to get on the roster, if you want one of these 2 seats left, you've got until 5 o'clock tonight to get yourself signed up at 279-3325. Don't wait on this. Do it now. And if you know someone who wants to get their CDL, tell them to act fast. Birthdays today, Kathy Amell, Melinda Benoit, Christian Eldred, Holly Bellinger, Dee Dee Lucas, Nate Jenkins, Bill Clifford, Doug Percy, Phil Hemingway, and tomorrow, Jason Trombley, the general manager over at Montpelier Volkswagen. On Saturday, weather from NBC 5. By the way, it's 9:07, and a very good morning to you. Cloudy today, rain showers, and 70. Rain tonight, and 50. Tomorrow, Saturday, rain, lower 60s. Sunday, rain, 43. That's the high. Don't put the wood stove to bed just yet. You might be running it on Sunday. And then Monday, we are right back to summertime. Sunshine and 70 degrees. Right next to me is, and every Friday we bring him on. Here he is, Rex Thompson. Good morning, buddy. How the hell are you?
I don't know if I'm as ugly as Rex. I don't know if I'm as short as Rex. I know right now I can walk better than him. Get your knee fucking fixed, big guy.
You almost has anyone told you that you, Rex, you almost look like Big Ed Collins? Has anyone ever said that to you?
I think he would take that as a compliment.
He would.
I think so. I think so.
You have, I want to say, Ed, you know what you have that Rex doesn't have? You have a nice head of hair.
We were just talking about my hair last night.
Who, you and Rex?
Me and Gilbert.
All right. What was said about your hair last night?
So, Gilbert's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So fucking pack it up, ladies. So,
oh my God.
Gilbert was saying how she didn't know if she could be with me if I was balding.
Yeah.
And then my dad has a good head of hair, so I am confident that I will keep my luscious locks.
That's really good. Can you imagine? And Rex, it's like when he starts growing it back and there's a little bit of stubble up there.
Rex hair would look weird to me.
Yeah, Rex. Yes,
he is a bald-headed dude. This is his look. He should
have stayed bald after he was born. Are there any pictures of him with hair? Do you know? There's
pictures of him. He looks like a very vibrant hunter. Like, yeah, he was a little bigger than Hunter, but it's so similar.
Well, Hunter's got a head of hair on him.
Hunter's a good-looking kid.
Yeah, he is, unlike his dad. Today is the end of Volunteer Appreciation Week, and our presenting sponsor, Central Vermont Home Health and Hospice, posted how much they love and appreciate their volunteers. 61 to be exact, who volunteer their time and give companionship and company to area seniors who are lonely. They provide respite for family members. They're always there with an extra set of hands to help out with events, to make sure they run smoothly, or whatever they are doing at Central Vermont Home Health and Hospice. Even provide clerical support. to the staff. So big kudos to all of the volunteers that help out Central Vermont Home Health and Hospice, and volunteers everywhere, anywhere, no matter where you are. April is National Distracted Driving Awareness Month, Ed. New report.
Okay.
86% of drivers admit to being distracted by technology, usually their phones. I saw a guy driving down the road one day who was eating a bowl of soup on the interstate, going 80.
My favorite's the people on motorcycles texting.
I've never seen that.
Holy fuck, dude.
I've never seen it. You've seen that? Really, dude?
The nuts that takes.
Wow.
I'm a fucking idiot. So to like any multitasking to my brain is too much.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
a one task type of guy.
One at a time. I understand. God.
Driving a motorcycle is one of those tasks that takes all of it.
I can't believe it. Now, listen, if you see someone on a motorcycle that's picking away at a full charcuterie board, let me know about that.
Dude,
if you
more
ever
power
see that.
to you.
Yeah. Damn. My God.
Hey, back to volunteers.
Yeah, please.
The most selfless thing you could do as a human, the only currency that you possess is your time and what you choose to put towards it.
Great.
So the fact that anyone's willing to do anything for anyone else should be recognized.
Yeah. Yeah.
And promoted.
Yeah.
The we has to be greater than the me, or your life will suck continuously.
How old are you?
I just turned 33.
Okay.
On 4/20.
Is your birthday 4/20?
I was born for this life, man.
Lord, help us all, please.
And we found a ounce
Dear
of mushrooms,
God.
and we had fun. Some mushrooms in Disney Plus change your life. Talk about your feelings with your loved one.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right. Ed, when you were a little kid, did you fall and hit your head?
So I'm the youngest of 6.
Okay.
We had 52 foster kids by the time I was 8.
Yeah.
I was always the youngest. So any plot that was schemed, I was the guinea pig.
Okay.
In the dryer, hey, we're going to make apple flingers out of apple branches, and we're going to throw apples at you at Mach 1 while you're riding your bike.
You were the victim.
Yes.
Okay.
What was I going to do? Say no?
So you've taken a couple of hits. Do you
My
know?
life has been one big hit.
Can I tell you something? We're gonna, as I said this morning, we're gonna drive down the road this morning 100 miles an hour blindfolded. I'm gonna tell you things that you don't know about me. You're gonna tell me things. You're gonna tell us. You're gonna tell everyone things.
I was just talking about how the only thing I want to talk about with people is the trauma they've endured and how it's changed their reactions.
All right.
And no one wants to talk about the shit that really hurt them.
Yes. Listen, I'm going to say this right now. First of all, number one, you're batshit crazy.
I know.
Number two, I'd love to have you back on the podcast.
Perfect.
Number three.
Dude, it gets me out of a Friday of work.
I would love to have
Anytime.
I'd love to have you here with Rex, too. We have a lot to talk about with regard to Rex. But here's part of the reason why I think you're respectfully batshit crazy. I have never hit anyone. I've never punched anyone. And I've told you so many times, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I showed up at a job site that you were there one time with Barslow Construction, and you were begging me, pleading with me to hit you, to punch you in the face. And I was like, I like you. Why would I want to hit you? And you're like, you've never punched anyone, JD. You need to feel what it's like.
I think,
punch
boys.
me. And I said, I'm going to hurt you. And you said, no.
Not a chance.
You're not
a fucking chance.
You're not. And I'm like, how is that not going to hurt?
So boys need to roughhouse. The problem with a lot of society right now is men don't want to roughhouse.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be fucking physical creatures. And when you're not, I think deep down in your DNA, that drives you nuts.
But I would have to be pissed at you to punch you.
No way.
I would.
No way.
I can't punch someone who
I would say
upset
I've
with.
punched 70% of the people I've loved in this world.
I hope you don't ever
Of
punch.
all the friends that I've made in my
do you love me?
20s. Yeah.
I hope
I
you
haven't
never
punched you.
I
See,
hope
there's
you-
30%. I
I
haven't
hope you
punched my
don't.
mom.
I'm not going to get up. I'll be down. I'll have worms crawling
I
through
would
my
be
eye
so
sockets.
nice. It would just be play. It
It's
has
not
to be play.
No, it's not. I am not going to play and punch you.
I think violence
I'm going to have
is-
to be upset.
I think violence is a skill, and as a human, you should have the knowledge to be violent if need be.
All right. This is Ed Collins, who is my guest. Good close friend with Rex. We have talked shit about you on the air countless times.
About me or Rex?
About you.
Ah.
You've
I
never
deserve that.
you've never been on the air
I
before.
deserve that.
Here you are sitting in front of me. Rex is not with us today. Rex is going to be back with us next Friday, and hopefully you'll be with us too. But you have trained under Rex. You've been friends with Rex.
No, not under. With.
With.
Rex was in the trenches with me.
With.
I met Rex
With.
when he walked in through the doors. And I was like,
Okay.
who is this guy?
Yeah. So where were you born and raised?
So,
Right here?
no, I am originally from Sheffield.
Vermont.
I grew
Okay.
up in Sheffield Heights,
Okay.
which is a nowhere land.
Sure.
The youngest of 6.
But you've been in
Tons of
where'd you go to
kids.
high school?
Lake Region. So we moved to the Newport. It's just south of Newport,
All right. But you've
Newport region.
You've been here in
Barrie.
in Barrie for
Almost a decade.
almost a decade. So everyone knows you, Ed. You're a well-known
Interesting.
guy. Well-known guy. I didn't say everyone likes you. I said everyone knows you.
So I don't live. I could care less who knows me, what they know about me, what they say about me. The only thing I'm striving for right now in my life is the work I need to do to get over my bullshit to be a better person.
Yeah.
That is my mission in life right now, because I've spent a lot of time angry at the world.
Do we all have bullshit?
Everyone has bullshit. And whether you're honest enough with yourself to talk about it and have that honest conversation with you, that will be the single greatest thing that holds you back in your life. If you're not able to have the conversation with yourself
Yeah.
about the shit that you do
Yeah.
to everyone around you,
Right.
because we all do it.
Yeah.
Whether we know it or not, we are all putting something out there, and you need to be conscious of what you're putting out there. And for a long time, I was not.
Sure.
And I'm still ignorant to a lot of my stuff, but I want to say that I am working on it.
Rex has, fair to say, and please correct me if I'm wrong. He has been a mentor for me in many ways. Has he been a mentor to you?
Rex met me when I was at my angriest. Like, if I didn't find that dude, I would
Be in
have
jail?
imploded.
Would you be in jail?
Absolutely.
Jail or prison?
It would have been an outburst,
Yeah.
and I don't think a court system would take kindly to one of my outbursts.
You've had a rough life.
I wouldn't call it rough. I've had a fun life.
You've had a fun life. Okay.
I grew up in a big family.
But you've had things that have happened to you and for you.
It's all for you. Nothing happens to you. It is all working for your benefit.
My God, have I learned that in the last year?
It is all working
Holy
for you.
Shit. But without this outlet of mixed martial arts and being connected with people that are like-minded, you
have to find your tribe.
Yeah.
That is square one.
Right.
You have to be honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself and you lie about who you are, you're going to surround yourself with people who lie about themselves, who lie about who they are, and you're not going to get anywhere with those people. You have to have an honest conversation about who you are and what you want out of your life.
Sure.
And you need to surround yourself with people who want that too.
Yes. Ed Collins is my guest this morning, who is very close with Rex. Rex is not able to be here this morning. He's at the podiatrist getting his toenails clipped.
So
this
is
what
exciting.
So
Rex and we built a house for Hunter's investment company.
Right.
We've from start to finish. Someone poured the concrete, and from then on out, Chris Pratt and I framed it.
Yeah.
Put a roof on it.
Right.
Sided it.
All for Barslow Construction.
All for Barslow. This is Rex and Hunter's brainchild.
Sure.
I am just the legs of the operation. And I have to be, because I am too dumb to plan a project of that size.
Sure.
But I'm great at finishing stuff.
Of course.
I love going to work and creating something and turning around and being like, man, doesn't that look beautiful?
Yeah. Right.
That's very satisfactory to my brain. If I had to show up to an office every day and fake it, that's when I would implode.
So what does this have to do with Rex at the podiatrist having his toenails clipped this morning?
So Rex isn't.
Have you had any mushrooms this morning?
So he and Hunter closed on this house.
Yes.
They have finally sold it. So today is the day that they go sign paperwork and finally sell this house.
Yeah, this morning. The closing
is from start to finish.
Well, it's happening right now.
Created this house and sold it.
It's amazing.
Dude, what a courageous act.
I can't imagine.
In a world where everyone just wants to give up after one bad thing. Hey, man, we're going to build a house, and we're going to deal with all the bullshit that comes with it, and we're going to do this.
And sometimes 2 or 3 bad things we give up.
Sometimes it's a couple weeks worth of bad things.
Sure.
Sometimes it's good for a month, and then 2 days worth of shit sets you back that entire month.
Yes.
Sometimes that happens. And you can't just throw your hands up in the air and go, oh, man.
Yeah, right.
Well, now what?
Can I, well, we have you on camera here. Can I just see a quick bicep shot? Just, Jesus Lord.
I wore green because I'm trying to look like the Hulk.
Can we see your shirt, please?
My shirt?
Yep, the whole.
I'm a Nervosaurus Rex. Toy Story 1 is my favorite Pixar movie.
You like you like some of the kids?
We've conquered Disney Plus.
Have you been to Disney?
No. No. I don't want to be around those people. I just want to enjoy the movies.
Those people?
Dude, Disney adults, are you kidding me? No, thank you. No, thank you. If you have made Disney your identity into your 30s, then we are different people, and I do not want to be around you.
I went to Disney once. True story. Standing there, nighttime. Fireworks are getting ready to go off.
I love fireworks.
Standing there with Lily and Sherilyn. This was years ago.
I get if you have kids, don't misinterpret that. If you're bringing your kids to a magical place, by all means, have at it.
Please. I'm just surprised with you, with all the mushroom consumption, that you haven't been to the magical place. That's all I'm saying.
I've been to the magical place, JD. I've been to the magical kingdom over and over again.
You have, just not the one in Orlando.
It's my bedroom. There's Christmas lights all around it.
So we're standing there, and we're getting ready for the fireworks to go off. And I look, there's this young woman who's got to be in her 20s who's right next to us, and we're there for quite a while. And, Sherilyn and I were both noticing she's not with a man, she's not with a partner, she's alone. And, an hour goes by or so, and we start talking, and I'm like, so who are you here with? And she says, I'm just here with myself. And I said, where are you from? Oh. And she says, I'm from California. And she said, I love Disney so much, I fly here once a year to Orlando by myself for a week. And I just, all by myself, I just go around to the Magic Kingdom.
I need that much money to have that much fun by myself. Life's taking it to me. So if I could afford a cross-the-country plane ticket to go somewhere for a week, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I'd love to go to the Magic Kingdom with you and stream it live.
Life has been kicking me in the nuts for the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. What has you've had quite the mixed martial arts
journey?
That's a perfect word. Yes, you've been matched up with some huge fights. You've had some health issues. You've had some accidents at the last minute, and haven't been able to fight. What was one of the recent ones that really bummed you out? Like, it bummed you because you were going through fight camp. You were ready mentally, physically, and all of a sudden
we got to yank
this fight.
That's happened a bunch of times. So here's a little Chris Pratt lesson for you, is that working with that dude helped me understand how I need to not overreact. And I have spent a lot of my time freaking out over the weather, over injuries, over all of the uncontrollable shit that just happens in life.
Politics?
So I don't do politics.
But other things than just the weather.
Dude,
yes.
My family,
yes,
my siblings, life comes at you.
Would you say that every single one of us is fucked up, but just on different levels for different reasons?
We are all traumatized.
Different stories.
This is what I'm learning as a human.
Yeah.
We are all traumatized.
Like,
in our own ways.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
In our own special ways.
Not to be with a stupid metaphor here, but I think of a snowflake and how every single snowflake is unique, is different. Every single one of us has our own experiences.
I call it a trauma cocktail.
A trauma what?
Trauma cocktail.
A trauma
we all
cocktail.
Get one.
Well, but there's good things and bad things that have happened in our lives. We've all been on our own roller coaster.
But like survival mechanism, you have to focus on the bad because that's the stuff that really hurts you.
Sure.
So when you get hurt as a person,
right.
that's your natural reaction.
You've been on a roller coaster in life, and fair to say, at least I say, it seems like for much of that ride that you've been unbuckled.
So here's what mushrooms have done for me in my life. I spent a lot of my time with my fingers out. It's their fault. It was this. It was that person. It was because I didn't get that. It was always something else. And when I ate mushrooms, the only problem I could see in my life was the choices that I was making and how I was sabotaging myself every step of the way with how I treat people, with how I...
Well, a lot of us love self-sabotage.
No, everyone loves themselves too much. A lot of people make a lot of their life about only them. And I've felt, the worst I have felt is when I've tried to make my life about me. When you fist fight, you have to spend all of your time training.
Yeah.
Then you have to go home and worry about food. You have to go home and worry about recovery. It is never ending. It is never ending. When I went home and decided that, hey, I love my girlfriend, I'm going to choose her. I want to see what she feels about her life.
Yeah.
I want to figure out the stuff that bothers her.
Yeah.
And then I made it the we. And the we feels so much better than the me. The me is so lonely. You do not want to put yourself on an island. Isolation is not the answer.
You've been there. You've been on this island?
Ask Benny Bird how mean I can be as a human.
Wow. Who's Benny?
Benny's Rex's laborer.
Yeah. Rex.
Benny got stuck with me when I had no idea how to communicate any type of emotion. Okay. So it all came out very harsh.
On him.
On him.
So
he had to eat all of it.
Wow. Wow.
So when I go through all of this, and at the end of the tunnel, I have Benny Bird of all people being like, hey man.
Yeah.
Something's different. I like this guy.
No shit.
Can I say that I'm doing the wrong thing if the people around me are like, who the fuck's this?
Yeah. Damn. How has Rex changed your life? What do you say to that old fat fella?
Don't make me cry.
He's gonna, yeah.
All right. So Rex was one of the only people I've met who has not been afraid of me. To where when I blow up, it's not, oh shit, I don't want to be around that guy. Rex has been one of the only people I've ever met that has wanted to dive into whatever that was. And without it, God forbid, I would not be in this place in life with the people that I have around me, with the relationships I have. I would have sabotaged all of it. I would have pushed people away. I would have lashed out in countless ways.
Rex has, as you're quite familiar with, and many are, and some aren't, has taken some fire lately by a troublemaker who is
people want attention
out of Hartford.
In any way.
He's out of Hartford, Connecticut. He's got a girlfriend up here at Highgate, John Anderson.
You want to know what I've learned about people? Hate always comes from below you. The people who are doing well will never point down and pick at you.
Yeah.
You always punch up because you're envious of what that person is doing with their life.
Sure.
Life takes consistency and a lot of hard work. And if you're not willing to commit that, then your life's probably going to suck. So when people see someone actually making the effort, it's easy to try to poke a hole in that because there's no chance in your life that you could make that effort or that consistency or admit that you fucked up and that you have to do better because that's what it takes a lot of the time. No, all of the time.
Yeah.
All of the time, that is what it takes.
You know, here we are. Here we are, National Autism Awareness Month, the month of April. The irony here of what Rex has had to endure from this freaking
so like I said earlier,
case.
The only currency you have in your life is your time. And Rex has taken time out of his he's not busy enough running a business.
I know.
Donnybrook.
Tell me about Saturday mornings at
Rex wakes up.
At Granite City MMA.
So Rex wakes up.
Dante, please.
And Dante is an autistic child that got bullied on the bus. The bus driver had no idea how to handle him and had a physical altercation with a 13-year-old autistic boy.
Dante's mom is tuned in right now.
Okay. Hello.
Keep going. Yeah.
So Rex took it upon himself to donate his time on Saturday mornings to go try to teach Dante how to defend himself if something like that were to happen again. What an asshole.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Come on. We can't even have good intentions and do things for people without having someone like that being like, nah, he's a fucking pedophile. He's touching that kid. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. That got a lot of people riled up in our community when John Anderson started to create.
Because someone who cares about his community is trying to do good in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Tell me what John Anderson has done for our community.
Right, exactly.
Besides sell drugs.
Yeah. Heroin.
Come the fuck on.
Yeah, I know.
And we can't get mad at these people.
Oh, yeah.
We can't do anything to these people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they can hide behind the anonymity of a fucking keyboard and say whatever they want. Fuck you.
Yeah, man.
Fuck you.
Amen. Amen. And hopefully, you know, I say to Rex, you know, hopefully you'll have a chance to be face to face with.
I hope not. I don't want Rex to get in trouble. And dude,
yeah.
If Rex really tried to hurt that fella, like no court system would be like, we'll let him off easy.
Yeah. Rex has he's got a relationship with Dante that is very unique, and
he's a very genuine human.
He is
That's hard to come across
through the bone. And Rex
for
is,
any of his faults.
Obviously, when they're together,
I do not care because he is a genuine human.
Yeah, I know. But a lot of what they're doing together is, you know, it's like you said, roughhousing, you know, and it's just
boys are being boys.
It's physical, and quite honestly, you know, and Rex has said this to me
Not
before.
to mention that his father is the one holding the camera.
Hello. My God, I know.
You think that his dad is sitting there taping that, letting something like that happen?
You know, here's the amazing thing. Rex...
Bananas. It is fucking bananas.
Rex has explained to me that what Dante needs is to be a little comfortable with some
dude.
Some
everyone,
physical.
Everyone needs to be comfortable with a little bit of violence. If not, you are always a.
But it's not violence, though. I mean,
no, not with Dante. It is
just with Dante, just pushing around and playing.
Is play. Training is supposed to be play.
That's it.
The sport itself is brutal.
Right.
So if you are trying to train for an actual competition, it is brutal. But if you are trying to have any longevity in that, it is play. It has to be.
What is admirable for me, and I'm sure you, is to, I see Rex respond and react from an emotional standpoint because he was hurt by this.
We're emotional creatures.
But to also see him try to take the high road and be resilient.
That's called growth.
Yeah, man.
We have to grow as people. We can't just lash out.
But it's so tough. If you do something...
Dude, eating it is the hardest part. Eating a shit sandwich, knowing the gratification of holding someone accountable for their shitty behavior.
Yeah, right. If you do something bad and you're taking fire, that's one thing. But if you do something good and you take fire... That
makes it hard to put the effort in, huh?
Woo. Yes, it does.
That's where it says more about him still putting the effort in.
Go
ahead, slander my name. I will still wake up tomorrow. I will still put in the effort. I will still go try to be a decent human because whatever. Am I really going to let that dude's opinion slow me from doing anything in my day?
There's a lesson to be learned here, and it's a tough lesson for so many of us to learn. I struggle with it at times too, but Rex has set a great example of how to be stronger and better. I would say better, but God, man, what a shit show last
very
week.
Difficult.
That was, Easter.
Doing the right thing.
Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday was a shit show for that. I don't know.
That was my birthday.
Happy birthday. How old you just turned?
33.
33. Damn. Today is National Telephone Day today. Interesting. We were talking about distracted driving and stuff. I want to ask you, and maybe make this the Facebook question of the day. What's the most embarrassing telephone call that you think you've ever had?
So I grew up in the time.
Look at this. You don't even need to think about it.
When telemarketers used to call your house relentlessly.
Yes.
A lot of kids. A lot of kids. Our parents did not give a fuck. Yes. My mom is a saint because if she tried to wrangle us in, she would have pulled her fucking hair out. So when telemarketers call, we're like, sweet, entertainment. Let's fuck with these people.
Yes.
Our parents have died. We've been home alone for a month. Can you send food and water, please?
Beautiful.
Dude.
I love that.
Dude. A lot of good times.
You had some good times with
telemarketers?
For me, I called, and I'll remember this like it was yesterday, I called my assistant principal at high school. And this was, I don't want to date myself here, but this was right around the time when like caller ID was starting to be.
Pagers and shit.
Well, pagers, yes. Fuck off. It's like caller ID was just starting to come out now. Okay.
Isn't it wild where we're at?
But I didn't know that as a 15-year-old asshole.
So you're like, watch me be fucking funny.
Well, I was with a couple of friends, and we called the high school. We got the assistant principal on the line.
Whoops.
And I'm on the phone with him, and my buddies are listening, and I'm like, do you realize how tight your pants are? Do you realize that your pants are so tight it doesn't look like you're wearing underwear? Do you even realize that you're walking around with high waters on? This was a long time ago. I just unleashed on this guy.
Interesting.
And then, of course,
caller ID.
I hung up. Well, we're all sitting there laughing. 5 minutes later, the phone rings. My mom comes in from outside. She answers.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm not thinking anything of it.
Fuck.
So what? The phone's ringing. My mom answers the phone. I'm not thinking about anything. And I hear her like, oh, okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Nope, I won't. Nope, I won't. Nope. She hangs up. Comes in and says to my friends very calmly, all right, guys, listen, I need y'all to head home. I need to have some...
I got some ass to whip.
Well, no, I need some alone time. And my buddies are like, what the hell's going on here? So they leave, and Mom sits me down, and she's like, I just got a phone call from the assistant principal. And I was like, holy...
When your blood runs cold.
How did that happen? And I'm like, what? And she's like, yes, we have something called caller ID now. And I'm like, what's that? She's like, well, they know what phone number called them. And I'm like, oh, my God.
And I would have got away with it, too. If it weren't for those pesky kids.
And she's like, you told him that he was wearing high waters and that his ass looked good in his tight pants. And
Gilbert tells me that a lot.
Gilbert's told me that a few times, too. I'm just saying.
Hear that, Gilbert? You hear that?
So I'm like, oh, my God. And she's like, but I want you to know something. He asked me who it was that he was speaking with, and he asked me where the phone call came from.
Did you get your mom a date?
My mom...
Did you have a girly voice and play it off as your mom?
She would not tell him who I was.
All right. Your mom's a good one. My mom would have ratted me out. My mom is all for you have to respect the person in charge. And my mom would have fucking been like, yep, that was my shitty youngest child. He's right here. Hold on.
My mom she covered my ass. And she sat me down and she's like, look, he wanted to know your name. And I said, I will tell you that it's my son, yes, but I'm not going to tell you my name or my son's name. But she said, I will deal with it. I will take care of it, and it will never happen again.
Hell yeah.
And she was like, I got your ass. I'm covering you. But don't do that again. You got him, but just know there is something called caller ID. So that's my tribute to Mom this morning on this National Telephone Day. Man.
Moms are awesome.
Oh, my God. Speaking of moms, listen, I want to have a... Speaking of moms, I want to have a little bit of an uncomfortable conversation with you.
Go for it. I love it.
I know you love it.
I love it.
This one you're not going to see coming. I have been told, and I've never met your mom, but I have been told by several people that your mom, Ed Collins, is not just hot, but smoking ass hot. What's going on?
So my mom has a boyfriend right now, and he adores her. So to watch him seek affection from my mother and to watch her be appreciated like that, it's like watching kids. They are fucking children.
Yes.
And I am icked out. Stop fucking talking about it next to me, Ellen. I don't want to hear it. But the fact that they're giddy like that, I'm not going to call my mom ugly because I had to get my devilish good looks from someone, and it wasn't my dad.
It wasn't.
But who said my mom was hot?
I mean,
my mom's awesome. My mom is like the mom you dream about. She is the most selfless person I have ever met.
It could have been Rex that
probably
said, I don't know.
I know the first time he saw her, he was absolutely shocked. He was like, I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that. And then he just sort of looked at me like, Do you own a mirror? Have you seen you? It's not that. I can't believe I woke up to talk about my mom's fucking hotness with you.
Alive. Well, I mean, listen. It's one thing if we're waking up and talking about how hot your mom is. That's one thing. But if we're talking about how hot your mom is live on camera in front of all these people, that's a whole nother thing, buddy.
Is what it is.
I hope to meet her someday.
Sweat. You can't fucking make me sweat. I'll talk about it.
I'm trying to make you
I'll
sweat.
fucking talk about it.
Listen, I want to ask you, do you know about this? Apparently we had a shooting last night here in Barrie, right here on North Main Street.
So here's how I feel about the trouble in Barrie. I've been here, like I said, a long time. Mm-hmm. I have not found the trouble that happens in Barrie that is consistently reported. If you're getting in trouble like that, it's because you're going out and you're making dumb decisions. Because yes, life is all about choices, and you are making a choice to go do some dumb shit that could potentially get you around someone who has a gun, who may want to shoot you, and then in fact does. So at some point, I think 10 decisions before the one that got him shot, he could have made a change. 9 decisions before the one that got him shot could have made a change. Mm-hmm. See where I'm going with this?
I do.
People make a lot of choices and then fucking sit there and cry wolf when something bad happens to them. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
It's too bad, though.
It is too bad. I'm not saying that someone getting shot is an awesome thing. I don't know the circumstances behind it, but if it's in this town, I'm assuming it's drug related.
Yeah. Yeah. I think many of us can assume.
Sorry for making assumptions. Yeah. I'm sorry if you're an innocent bystander in this. I'm not trying to fucking poke fun at your bullet hole.
Mm-hmm. There's some heavy stuff going on in the news, man.
I don't watch the news at all. Yeah. At all. I'm happy you bring this up. Because I think a lot of people that we live around get so fucking worked up about what the fuck is put on their TV screen and called news. Are you kidding me? Here's something to think about. If your house is on fucking fire and you called the federal government, do you think the federal government is coming to help you put your house out? Now, the neighbor that you're arguing with over nothing, turns out it's not a lot of difference. It's just because you sort of want to feel right. Mm-hmm. So now that you've argued with your neighbor and your house is on fire and you go out and ask for help and he goes, sorry about your house being on fire. That sucks. Or should we be worried about building our community up? Hey, how's your family? How's your life going? How are you doing? When was the last time you walked outside and said, hey, how are you? To anyone.
Yeah.
Or did you walk outside and went, I wonder what I need to do to get through this day?
Sure.
But again, that goes back to that lonely me thought.
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about the we. People have lost the we in their lives.
We are concerned about tariffs and how they're going to affect our lives. We're concerned about a lot of superficial stuff that is, at the end of the day,
right,
it may affect us in some way or another.
Affect us.
But we have to stay grounded to what's most important.
We can't let anything external change how we as people function. You're letting whatever that thing is then take control over you and control all of your thoughts for that day. Yeah. You can't sit there and worry about the thing that could potentially happen. You have to go out and deal with what's being thrown at you. Any energy that you put towards anything else is a waste of energy. Worry about the shit that's going on right in front of you. That's a lot. Right. If you worry about your own life, it's a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go out of your way to find more stuff to care about?
Sure. All you have to do is power up your phone in the morning and just have a glance at it, and you'll see stuff that is trying to get your attention and to focus your mind on that. But we lose sight of what's in front of us, man. And it's like
the internet is a fake place.
I get people, Jesus, JD, I've been trying to reach you for the last 4 or 5 hours.
If
Jeez,
really
where the hell you been?
And
I'm like, dude, I'm unplugged.
Car and come see me.
I'm unplugged. I'm on my dirt bike with Lily. I'm out playing with Lily. I don't give a shit what's going on. Yeah, but didn't you hear about the blah, blah? I could give a shit,
you
man.
Know my favorite part about Rex
What's
is that if I ever needed him, I don't have to call. I have to show up at his house.
Yeah, 2 in the morning.
Anytime. That's the type of friend that I am a very gracious person with my time and my resources.
Right.
If you are not willing to meet me on that level, then I have nothing for you.
Sure.
Rex is one of the few people I've met in my life that is willing to meet me on the level of a human that I'm willing to meet him at.
Sure.
And that's important.
I agree. Rex is the kind of guy, and this has happened to me. I've shown up at the house unannounced, and he's been...
We'll drop everything. What is your problem? What do you need?
Right. But one time I showed up, and he was, with Brenda. And
interesting. Brandy.
He just stopped, and
that doesn't sound like Rex. I bet Rex would have told you to fucking wait a minute.
No, a minute. That's about it.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would be a minute, but
don't say shit, Gilbert.
Came to me and was like, "What's going on, man? Are you doing all right? What's going on here?" Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, I was just coming by to say, all right, well, okay,
yeah.
Sure,
yeah."
Yeah, that's
you
right.
You can't make people care about you.
No.
When you find someone that cares about you, care back.
Yes.
Care back.
I agree.
Create the we.
Create the we. I love that. That's a takeaway for me this morning.
Good.
What are you what are you doing now with your life? What's happening? You're in construction.
I am trying to learn as many trades as I potentially can.
Okay.
I can frame a house. I can side a house.
Plumbing?
No. Fuck no.
Heating?
No.
Electrical?
No.
Okay, so construction.
Construction.
Yeah.
If you can build it, I want to be able to build it.
All right.
If you hand me something, I want to be like, all right.
Who's carrying the heavy weight, though? Benny? Because based on the size of your arms, I'm guessing that you're like, guys, can you bring those little nails over for just a second?
So
can you carry those concrete
bags?
I understand
Those
shingles. Can you bring those over?
Am a fucking gorilla.
Yes.
So I try to take the workload off people around me.
Yeah.
Because it is easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a lot of effort.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean the people around me aren't trying.
Right.
It just means that I want to do a little more so they don't have to.
Interesting.
And I'm getting fucking jacked in the process.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? And at some point, someone needs to do it anyway. So if they weren't there, I would be stuck doing all of it. So why don't you appreciate the fact that they're taking anything?
Yeah. Yeah. Well said.
It's a fucking tornado between these ears, but sometimes some shit sticks.
Yeah. I'm just seeing now that we have, well, I saw this last night, that we've ID'd the Milton police officer that was shot responding to the house fire. Sergeant Paul Locke. Can you imagine being a police officer and showing up at a fire? You're trying to help someone and you're getting ambushed with bullets?
I couldn't imagine being a cop because a lot of my life decisions have been about my moral compass. And a lot of the laws don't necessarily reflect my moral compass. And to try to put yourself out there to be better for your community is a tough ask.
Yes, it is.
And to ask them to do it with little training, with little backing, with a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
That's not saying that they are all angels.
Right.
And that it is I am not going to sit here and worship every fucking step they take.
Yeah.
They are also human.
Yeah.
And because you've signed up to be a cop, you are now held at a higher standard. You should want to be held at a higher standard. But you can't let the fact that your power in your community could somehow fuck with your decision making.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of cops sometimes make the decision because they can, not necessarily because it's.
What do you think about the whole Brandon Carbo story and Officer McGowan? What's your take?
So, here's my issue.
Should I put a disclaimer on the front of this?
My issue is
the views and opinions of Ed Collins are not necessarily those of the Air It Out podcast.
If you have a problem with anything I've said, do not take it out on JD. Find my face and try to take it out on me. I'll defend everything I've said today. So my thought is that I have been training martial arts for almost a decade. I have been in countless life situations, and any time I have thrown a punch at someone, it is because my ego said, punch that motherfucker in the face. I'm sorry your ego got you in trouble. I am. My ego's gotten me in trouble countless times in my life. And again, it makes me want to point the finger out and say, well, it was this, it was that. But at the end of the day, I need to honestly ask, whose decision was it? Mine. I made that decision, and then I followed through on it. And now I have to reap the consequences of my decision, good or bad.
Yep.
You cannot complain about the bed that you were lying in after making it.
Yeah. There is so much that could be said about this, and I think,
get both sides of it. I understand wanting to fucking stand up for yourself, and absolutely put a whooping on someone who's terrorized your community. Trust me, I fucking think about it all of the time.
I'm sure.
But that does not mean that I get to go walk around my community and put whoopings on all the people I deem fit.
But we also. I think, anyway, and I've seen a lot of this on social media, that Officer McGowan is a human being,
right?
And he absolutely there are certain people, like you just alluded to, that certain officers have just about had enough of dealing with. And
dude, if I dealt with that dude for more than I've ran into him once.
Yeah.
And I was walking with an earbud in.
Yeah.
You have anybody? No, fuck face, I don't.
Yeah.
If I had to deal with that guy over and over again, while I'm out making the effort to take care of my family and community, while I watch someone not make the effort, that's what drives me the most nuts, is that every day, every human has the opportunity to be part of a community. You have to wake up, be honest to the people around you, and go put the effort in and show everyone that you are trying to do the right thing and you are not trying to fuck them over.
Well said. I just met up with Brandon Carbo a few days ago.
How was that?
And I had a conversation with him. I basically invited him to come on the air here and to address his community.
I'd be cool with that if he did it honestly. If he didn't try to use your platform to manipulate the people around you and how you feel.
Yeah, but
that's when I have a problem.
I would make sure that he wasn't taking advantage of the platform. But I invited him to come in here and basically tell his story. Yeah. You know, and he told me that he would. He told me that he would be here Monday. Today's Friday. He's been a no-show.
And then you wonder why he's at where he's at in his
life.
Right,
exactly.
Hey man,
this was an opportunity for you to kind of come clean, and he didn't take it.
Go figure.
So, I'm not going to ask him twice if he wants to come on the air. He knows where the studio is. I invited him, and if he wants to be on the air, he'll come on the air. If he wants to be continue to be a scumbag and continue to harass and harm his community, then he will.
So here's what I've learned. Rex just hired a kid named Maverick. Maverick's had trouble with drugs. He has kids, and he is honestly put the effort in to get away from drugs and to be there for his kids and turn his life around.
Yeah.
I do not mind helping people who have made bad decisions. I only want to help people who are making the effort to do the right thing. And Brandon Carbo walking these streets, asking people for money, is not putting the effort in. So why the fuck should I take my effort and my money and go help him? Why? You have to put the effort forward, and not a lot of people are willing to. And if you're out fucking begging, you're obviously not out putting the effort in.
Saw him yesterday reach in his pocket, pull out a pack of cigarettes.
Right.
Pull out a brand
What are your priorities?
$13 a pack.
What are your priorities? Because if it was doing good, you wouldn't be wasting the fucking $20 bill on a pack of smokes.
Bingo.
You're worried about getting through the next day. It's a lot to untangle your bullshit. I understand the fucking web it weaves and how easy it is to get caught in that web.
Oh, yeah.
If I didn't have Gilbert in my life to call me on a lot of my shit, I would still be walking around in ignorance. I'm the fucking man. Look at me.
Yeah. You know what's amazing is I've actually taken some fire here in the past by saying on the air, look, do something with your life. Be productive in some way.
A lot of people get lost with no goal.
And if I've received fire for JD, not everybody can do that. There's, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, there's so many fucking resources that are available to you to become a better person or at least get started on that journey.
It is the easiest it has ever been to be successful.
Oh.
Everyone is connected.
That's a quote.
Everyone is connected. You have the resources.
I'm writing that down. Say it again. It's the easiest it's ever been.
It is the easiest it has ever been right now to be successful. The problem with that is it is the easiest time to be distracted.
Yeah, right.
So you need to make the choice. Am I going to go out and do the thing that I need to do because I know I need to do it?
Yeah.
Or am I going to pull my phone out and am I going to scroll through TikTok for 4 hours?
There it is.
You have to want it. And yeah, that looks like work a lot of days. And yeah, work isn't a lot of fun a lot of days. But guess what? That's the choice.
Yeah.
That is the choice.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is not just Brandon Carbo.
This is every one of them. This is Carlos
Perez
there with a fucking sign. Fuck you. Time's currency, right?
Yeah.
Why am I giving you my time for no effort? No, thank you. I'm putting in maximal effort. I'm trying to be a max effort human in every aspect. I'm trying to love the max amount. I'm trying to build the max amount. I am trying to get the most I can out of this fucking life. So if you're sitting there not doing the same, I have absolutely nothing for you.
Beautiful.
Nothing.
We see it every day. We see it down
it's
by
everywhere.
We see it at Price Chopper. We see it at the junction by the hospital. We see it at the junction up by Applebee's. We see it right here in Barrie. We see it everywhere, man.
But again, I don't feel bad because I understand the effort it takes and I understand the effort that I am making every day. So I can't feel bad for you. I understand it's hard. Ask me how I know. I'm out there fucking doing it.
And I've seen you, and I've said to Rex, I'm like, Rex, my God, come on, buddy. These guys are framing stuff outside. It's snowing out.
Dude, I used to climb trees
10 degrees.
In the pouring rain when it's freezing cold. When you're working for a company and you're just a number, and guess what? Quota has to be met. Get the fuck out of the truck. Rex at least allow you to make the choice. Do you want to go to work today? It is fucking miserable out.
Yeah.
And what I've learned about me is that if you make it my choice, I will suffer immensely for you. If you tell me I have to do anything, go fuck yourself.
Oh, interesting.
The reason why I really like working for Rex is that he allows that dynamic to happen. At any point, if I am done with my day, I can fucking.
How long do you think you would be able to work with me on a construction site?
Again, how much effort are you willing to put in? Again, I'm an effort dude. I don't care what your knowledge level is as long as you are spending your effort trying to help me complete the task. I don't give a fuck if you mess up a bunch of times. That's humor. That's the shit that gets us through the day. Thanks for doing that. That was kind of dumb.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for the laugh. Let's move on.
Yeah. Wow.
There's plenty of those people out there. But you have to make an effort.
Yeah.
That is the bottom line.
I want to ask you a question, and Rex isn't here, so he has no way of defending himself.
I'll defend him.
Will you come back and finish siding my house this summer?
Maybe. Dude, I'm a busy guy. However,
I hope that you would.
Great fucking work.
I know you do.
Not to toot my own horn, but tootie root toot.
Yeah, and can I say something else?
Absolutely.
I think it was Benny that was over the house, and Maverick. Those fucking guys, what they've done in my house, what they've done, and it was a few other guys too, what they've done to my bathroom, what they've done to my living room. I have a new living room ceiling. I mean,
so
it's
Maverick's
beautiful.
Skill set.
I had a popcorn ceiling, Ed. Who's got a popcorn ceiling now? I had to have that shit taken down.
Maverick's skill set is so much different than mine. And he's respectful about it. So he is not the type of kid to be like, I know more than you. We're doing it this way because I fucking said so.
Oh, yeah.
He is very much. I like working with people who make it a discussion.
Yeah.
I at least want to feel like I have had a choice in what I'm doing today. I don't care if it was your idea and I'm just like, yeah, that's a fucking great idea. At least present it to the rest of us.
Yeah, right.
Maverick's skill set and the way he brings and the way he can communicate with another human has helped me professionally a lot.
Wow.
He's good at carpet. He's good at finish.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a patience that's required.
Kidder,
you can't fake that part.
Kidder is saying he's seen you on job sites and that you're a bull hell of a worker.
Fuck yeah, thank you. I try to be.
And
I want people to get their money's worth. When people see me anywhere, I don't want them to be like, oh, fuck that guy.
It's
amazing. I want them to be like, that guy. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You know, you and Chris Peralt, my God, you guys couldn't be any different. He's quiet. He's kind of a little shy.
But he's a good human.
He's a good human. You guys work together all day. You're out freezing your ass off. And
we
then
did.
You go
he
to
works
the gym.
For his brother now. His brother is an incredible carpenter.
And then
incredible carpenter.
And then you guys go to the gym and beat the shit out of each other after working with each other all day.
But he's wrestled his entire life.
Can you out wrestle him?
Fuck no. Not a chance. But he's like his brother wrestled, so he's used to like the grind with a loved one, and not taking that personally or taking it home or bringing it to the next spot.
All right.
I've never had an issue with that dude, and I've spent a lot of time around him.
Let me ask you. Chris Peralt versus Ed Collins.
Fucks me up
10
out of 10 times.
Championship.
10 out of 10
heavyweight
times.
Championship, belts on the line. Who's going to win?
10 out of 10 times Chris is fucking me up.
What?
He's really good. Really good.
You wouldn't get in the cage with him for a belt.
I would. I love fist fighting with Chris. It is the most fun I've had inside of a gym is fighting with that dude. It is wildly entertaining.
But you would do it for the entertainment factor, not to win the belt. You wouldn't win the belt.
No. I want to do it because he's a great partner. He is awesome at it.
Yeah.
And anything we're doing is going to help with my growth.
Yeah.
But do not mistake if that dude wanted to walk into a room and be like,
sure.
I'm fucking sick of your shit.
What's your weight and your height?
I am probably 6'3", and I am probably 240 right now.
Okay. Damn.
And I love it. I have been eating nonstop. And when I look at myself, I'm like, fuck yeah.
You know that you'd have a little bit of a challenge if I came up behind you and got you around the ankles.
Sure.
Because I would hold on. For dear life, but I would hold on, and I think at some point it would probably throw off your balance and drop you like a fucking tree.
No way.
I think if I could get,
dude, if you grabbed my ankles, I would fall over laughing. What the fuck are you doing out there?
Because I would throw your equilibrium off. You'd go down, bud. I'm just telling you.
I'm sure I would.
It's gonna happen one of these days. Watch your back,
dude. If you tabletop me. If you have Andy push me while tabletopping me. That's a core moment, man. I'd fucking hold on to that forever. But you gotta do it. Now you gotta do it.
I just, if I can catch you off guard, that's my thing. I got to come in 100 miles an hour, bang, right around the back of the knee.
No way.
And the ankle.
Pretty easy to catch off guard.
Are you going to be are you going to be up at a battle in Barrie? Are you going to be in the cage?
Not anytime soon.
Okay. All right.
I have chose my home.
Okay.
And it is the most happy I've been with my life.
Right now.
Because I put Gilbert first. And it's a lot of fun when a human feels comfortable enough with you to talk about the shit that fucked them up as a human.
Yeah.
And how they're still holding on to it and the relationships that they have with people.
Yeah.
And how it still affects them. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about. We're just trying to help each other get through our own bullshit.
Yeah.
So when you lie about it and you're not honest and you don't want to talk about it, how can we help you as people?
Yeah.
I understand that it's shitty work and it hurts a lot. And you're probably going to cry a lot. I fucking get it. But ask me how I know. By sitting there being honest with myself and fucking crying a lot about it. You've been a terrible human. We need to fix that.
Is there what is something that before I ask you this question, what do you think of the people that say, if I could go back and live my life all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. I regret nothing. Do you feel that way?
Yep. I
do?
feel like I am very guided. And life's supposed to happen to us. We're supposed to be going through this shit. We're supposed to feel it all.
That's deep, man. You know, and I've heard many people say that, but I have to be honest with you. If I'll be honest with everyone. If I could go live my life over again, there's a few changes that I would have made. Yes, there are. Even within the last couple of years.
I get that.
You get that?
I've fucked up a lot.
Knowing now what I know.
But you don't. Do you get that? Do you get to go back with your knowledge now?
I don't.
Then how do you know you're going to make any choice different?
True. Good point. Good point.
Your choices have made you. Whether you like your choices or not, they have made you. And you have to accept that. You have to accept 100%. The bad in you.
100%.
To give any of the good credit. You have to accept your own shitty behavior.
Right. Or just bad choices that you've made too. Yeah.
Again, accountability.
Yeah.
Do you have any fucking shred of accountability inside of you?
Yes.
Can you have that hard conversation with yourself?
Yes.
Not a lot of people can.
Yeah.
Let alone talk about it with anyone else.
Yeah. Right. Nothing that you would do differently, though, if you could go through your life again.
Again, I feel like I am a sum of the experience and choices that I have been through. And right now in my life, I like me the most.
Wow.
And I don't want to change that. I've done a lot of terrible things, but I have also had to give myself the space and attempt to forgive myself and turn the conversation between my ears into something positive instead of running myself into the ground over and over.
Bro, if you checked out with us later today, and that was the last thing that you said, it wouldn't get any better. I mean, that's it right there. Damn. Good for you for saying that. Good for you. You know, Rex was like, hey, Big Ed's coming on with you tomorrow, man. Buckle up. Bro, you are such a, and I know you as the fighter, and I know you as Big Ed Collins and the zippity-doo-dah-a, but you really are such an insightful motherfucker. You bring an awareness and understanding to a lot of stuff that I wish we were pushing more on this podcast.
I want to succeed in life, and I know the way that I do that is through honesty.
Yeah. Wow. And meanwhile, you know, we got fucking Rodney Nowak saying that you would kill me while I'm sleeping.
No way. I'm in my peace and love stage. It's been weird, but it's been fun.
Yeah.
When you train to fist fight, you have to be in a mindset of I'm going to fight every day.
Yeah.
And even if you are not fighting every day, you will find shit to fight about.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or not.
More of us need to not be quietly fighting. We need to
build the community.
Yeah, have a voice.
Life's hard. You need people around you.
Don't just, you know, so many of us sit home and just fester. We just sit there and we got shit that's spinning.
Part of the problem is that what happens when you go to therapy twice a week?
Well, you purge for a little while.
No. You spend 2 days of your week bringing up all of the bad in your life, and you're talking about it. You're not necessarily resolving things.
Right.
So all you're doing is revolving on the negative shit that has happened to you.
Yeah.
You need to change the way you think.
Wow.
Gratitude is the attitude. You need to figure out the shit that you are grateful for in this life.
Damn, fella.
And you need to, hold on to that. The shit you appreciate. That's how you get through it.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of bad to look for.
Yeah.
Why would you want to spend all of your time looking for the bad? Oh, and here's another bad thing. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe me, you know, I've done it too. I think many of us have, but we need to just take a step back, take a deep breath, and rewatch this podcast.
Within the last year, this has been my biggest thing in the last year, is that if anything bad would happen to me, I would spiral. I would spiral on the event. I would replay it. I would replay what I said. I would replay what they said.
Talk a little closer to your mic so we can hear you.
I would run through that scenario 90 times. I would be so far away from the room that I'm in, delving into the scenarios that I'm making up in my mind. There would be no chance you could have a conversation with me. There would be no chance you could get me to do anything. I was not present. The thing that has helped me a lot is being grateful for the people in my life, and that maybe not everything bad happening to me is bad. So maybe I should stop treating everything as the worst thing that's happened. Maybe I should stop worrying about the shit that's happening. Maybe I need to worry about how I am interacting with the shit that is happening to me. At some point, I need to control my attitude. I need to control my demeanor. I need to control how I interact with this shit so I have a positive experience. Not that necessarily all of it's going to be positive. This is not a fairy tale. 100% of the time, it is not going to be going well.
Spot on, brother. Damn. You gonna come back in here with
Sure.
with Rex one of these days?
Sure.
Okay. Jeez, dude. I love having you on, man.
So my only problem with talking with Rex,
Yeah.
like this, is that Rex loves talking about politics.
Yeah, he does.
He loves it. I understand his fear and what he is trying to accomplish by saying something. But goddamn, dude, I do not want to talk about politics.
Well, then we won't. Does Rex like your? Does he like your tattoos on your legs?
Maybe. I hope Rex likes me.
Have you ever seen my legs? Have you ever seen me in shorts? I'm not wearing shorts right now, but I'm wearing
I guess not.
Just my underwear. But have you ever seen me? You've ever seen my legs? We should do that sometime.
You got a good set of legs. Do you want to?
I'm
a little leg off right now.
I'm just saying. At some point, you should have a look at them. That's all I'm saying.
Are they ugly?
You might very much like them. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just being honest with you. Dude, love having you in here. Show everyone your beautiful feet. Please. Show the camera.
Hold on. There. You guys got to see this. This is fucking
right there.
So, when I was 13, I kicked a chair when I was walking upstairs. So, look at that pinky. Looks pretty straight, right? You see how twisted that thing is? Those are my piggies.